We all know what it feels like to be physically tired. Carrying grocery bags upstairs, running until your legs burn. That kind of weight is obvious. You feel it immediately. But most of us carry a different weight every single day, and we barely notice it. Not in our muscles, but in our minds. Psychologists call it cognitive load. Think of it as the mental backpack you're wearing all day. Every unfinished task, every decision, every notification, every detail you're holding in memory, it all gets stuffed into that backpack. And just like a heavy bag, the more it's packed, the slower and more exhausted you feel. Here's the problem. Unlike physical fatigue, you don't see this weight coming. It creeps in silently. That's why I call cognitive load the silent focus killer. The illusion of productivity. Picture this. You sit at your desk with a long to-do list, tabs open, messages pinging. You think you're working, but halfway through the day, your brain feels foggy. You forget what you just read. You hop between tasks without finishing. That's not laziness. That's cognitive overload. Your brain has limited working memory, like a computer with limited RAM. When it maxes out, you lag, freeze, or crash. Why it matters? Here's the sting. Cognitive load steals your time and focus without you realizing. You can burn through an entire day and still feel like nothing meaningful got done. And it's not just productivity. Overload wrecks your clarity, creativity, and decision-making. Small problems feel overwhelming. Stress multiplies. You end the day drained, with nothing to show for it. It's like driving with the parking brake on, pressing the gas, burning fuel, but barely moving forward. The triggers you miss. It's rarely the big tasks that weigh the most. It's the little things, an unreplied email, the groceries you need to buy, the 15 tabs left open just in case. Individually small, but together, they pile up. Your mental backpack gets heavier, and ironically, the more overloaded you are, the less capable you become of lightening the load. That's how you spiral into procrastination. So here's the truth. It's not discipline you're lacking. It's freedom from invisible overload. And in part 2, we'll uncover 3 ways to drop that mental weight, reclaim focus, and finally feel in control of your day. Now that you see how invisible overload drags you down, the question is, how do you lighten the load? Because here's the truth. You don't have to live in mental fog. With the right strategies, you can clear space in your mind, free up energy, and regain focus. Let's walk through 3 powerful ways. Strategy 1. Offload, don't hoard. Your brain is a terrible storage unit. The more you try to hold in your head, reminders, half-formed ideas, things you need to do, the heavier the backpack gets. So the first step is to offload. Write it down. Create a system. Use a notebook, an app, even a simple sticky note, but get it out of your brain. Here's the downbeat. Most people skip this because they think they'll remember, but they don't. That mental clutter keeps looping in the background, draining energy. The moment you capture it somewhere external, the pressure lifts. Suddenly your brain isn't a storage unit. It's a problem solver. Strategy 2. Reduce input noise. Here's the trap. Distractions aren't just annoyances. They're cognitive load multipliers. Every notification, every ping, every tab open in the background adds another brick to your mental backpack. If you want focus, reduce the noise. Close the extra tabs. Silence the non-essential notifications. Create a work ritual that tells your brain, this is focus time. Here's the shift upward. When the noise drops, clarity rises. What felt overwhelming a moment ago becomes manageable. And if you want to go deeper into focus rituals, check out my video on 5 daily habits that multiply your focus. Strategy 3. Chunk and simplify. A huge task feels heavy because your brain sees it as one giant block. But break it into smaller chunks, and suddenly it feels lighter. Instead of asking, how do I finish this entire project? Ask, what's the very next step? That one shift flips your brain from paralyzed to energized. And every small win creates momentum. Momentum is the antidote to overload. The payoff. Here's the takeaway. Cognitive load isn't just something you endure. It's something you can manage. Offload the clutter. Reduce the noise. Break tasks into chunks. Do these, and you'll feel the weight lift. Your mind clears. Focus sharpens. And suddenly, work feels lighter than it has in years. In part 3, we'll dig into the deeper layer, how your identity shapes your mental load, and why redefining who you see yourself as might be the ultimate cure to the silent focus killer. Tactics clear space, but identity keeps it clear. If you see yourself as always overwhelmed, your brain proves you right. Even the smallest task feels overwhelming, and every ping feels urgent. Overwhelm becomes who you are. That's the trap. Many people wear that label without knowing it. I'm bad at focus. I can't keep up. And the label keeps them stuck. But here's the shift. Change the story. Say, I create space. I protect my attention. Each small action, crossing off a task, closing a tab, becomes evidence. And evidence shapes identity. Psychologists call it a feedback loop of identity. Act, believe, act again. The loop strengthens who you are. And when your identity changes, focus isn't a fight anymore. It's natural. The takeaway. Cognitive load is the silent focus killer. But you don't have to carry it. Offload the clutter. Reduce the noise. Simplify. And most importantly, become the person who values clarity. Motivation won't save you. More time won't save you. Identity will. So the next time your brain feels heavy, remember, drop the backpack. Step lighter. Live as someone who protects focus. That's how you break free from mental overload. And that's how you rise above it.